In July 2020, students will have access to a new program planning tool called the Academic Program Progress Report, which will be available on myStudentSystem. Students admitted or declared as of fall 2019 to their programs of study will have access to the Academic Progress tile in myStudentSystem. The Academic Progress tile will give students access to two different unofficial program planning tools, the Academic Program Progress Report and the What If Report. The Academic Program Progress Report is an unofficial tool which allows a student to track their progress in their degree, diploma, or certificate, to see the requirements that they have completed and identify the outstanding requirements needed to complete their programs. It will provide a snapshot of where they are at in meeting requirements as of the date and time they access the report. The APPR will break down the program of study requirements for a student's degree, diploma, or certificate. Each section will refer to a specific set of requirements of the program and identify what courses are completed, enrolled in, or have transferred in to meet those specific requirements. It will also tell a student what they are missing to meet requirements. Finally, the report will review the degree, diploma, or certificate regulations that are required to be confirmed in order to determine where a student is at in finishing their program. Some programs, not all, will allow students to select courses they require for their programs through the APPR. Selecting an outstanding requirement through APPR will allow a student to enroll by those requirements. You can consult with your academic advisor in your program to find out if your program does allow enrollment through the Academic Program Progress Report. As this is a new planning tool, we've anticipated some common questions that students may have as they start to use the Academic Program Progress Report. If you're unable to access the Academic Progress tile with the APPR, it's likely because your program is declared prior to fall of 2019, or your declaration is in place prior to fall 2019. Students admitted to programs prior to fall 2019, or those that do have declarations in place prior to fall 2019, will not be able to access the report. Please continue to refer to the academic calendar and work with the academic advisors in your program for planning resources. If you are in a program that allows changes to declarations and you submit a request on myStudentSystem to change your majors and/or minors during the declaration period, which this year will open on September 1st, if your declaration is approved, you would be declared as of fall 2020 and then have access to the report. It is important to note that redeclaring majors and/or minors does have an impact on the progression of your credential, as requirements are based on the year in which a student declares or subsequently redeclares. You should consult with your program's academic advisor to get information on the impact of redeclaring. If you've transferred from another post-secondary, are you able to use the APPR? And the answer to that question is yes. Students that have transferred to MacEwan from another post-secondary institution can use the APPR tool, as transfer credit that is assessed and posted to a student's course history will populate in the report. There are some things to consider. If you've received generic credit, denoted by the XX, you will likely need to connect with an academic advisor in your program to determine where and/or if that course is applicable to your MacEwan program of study. If you've completed a degree previously and are returning as a subsequent baccalaureate student, you will need to connect with an advisor before the APPR tool can be used. Academic advisors use the Subsequent Baccalaureate Policy, C2000, to review a student's program of study choice prior to being able to submit a declaration, where applicable. If you are laddering in from or using a block transfer to go from one MacEwan program to another, can you use the APPR? Similar to students transferring in from another post-secondary, if you've completed a MacEwan diploma that is applicable to a laddering or block transfer opportunity, once you are admitted, you should start connecting with the academic advisor in your new program to find out where your program planning should start. The advisor may need to make some adjustments to the APPR for you to use it as a planning tool. We do anticipate that students may show some concern about the APPR report if all of a sudden it's reading as unsatisfied when it had previously read as satisfied. The APPR is an unofficial program planning tool, and it will provide students with a snapshot of their program planning based on the date and time that you will access the report. So if you run a report on a Monday at 4:40 p.m. and then drop a class from your schedule, the information provided at 4:40 p.m. is no longer accurate because it's a snapshot of your requirements at that specific moment in time. The system will record when reports are issued, and that will help an advisor triage any questions or concerns that you may run into with your APPR. Can you just use the APPR to track your progress? The APPR is a very useful tool. It's an unofficial program planning tool that the university has launched to students as we encourage you to use it to track your progress, have a better understanding of where you're at in meeting requirements, and to assist you in making course planning decisions. But it does not replace the information in the academic calendar or the advice of an academic advisor. The academic advisor can assist you in understanding the information being presented in the report. They'll also be able to answer questions that you have that arise from the information that's presented in the report. It's important that you connect with an academic advisor, whether it's through the MacEwan Academic Advising Center or your school or faculty, to assist you with your program planning.